Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Fly With Us podcast. This podcast is bringing the art of conversation, self-love, self-care, mental health care and protection, life lessons, love lessons, and everything in between. Today, we're going to talk about there are diamonds in the Gym City. I'm Lady Bounce.
And I am A Slate.
I had to take a pause because I was about to say
diamonds in the Gym City.
Right, because I was going to say the cliche, the diamond in the rough.
We're going to talk about the diamond in the rough. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Let's talk about the diamond in the rough.
We don't want to be cliche. There are diamonds in the Gym City.
They are, but they'll find that out after we talk about the diamond in the rough.
Okay.
What was the diamond in the rough?
I'm the diamond in the rough.
So we talked I think we've talked a little bit about what happened in the Oregon District.
Yes.
In our beloved city.
Yes.
And there was some darkness cast over the Oregon District, and rightfully so. But Mr. Dave Chappelle decided to bring some light to our city.
That's my homie.
That's my homie.
That's my homie.
That's my best friend.
That's my best friend. Go best friend.
He better. So he came here, and what happened? What happened, Nikki?
What didn't happen? I mean, he brought the city out,
and and then on Sunday morning it was like, wake up, Mr. West.
Yes.
They had Sunday service at the Riverscape. Over 500 beautiful voices ready to sing, praise, worship, and just go for it.
And can I just be bitter?
Be bitter
for 2 seconds.
Come on.
We try to keep it positive.
Come on.
But I gotta be bitter.
Come on.
So all my friends who knew and performed in the choir and didn't tell us.
I only had one person who I was supposed to go visit their church that Sunday. So there's something going on down in the Riverscape right now. There's a lot of people down there. And I said, that's all right. Just send me the message when you go to church today, because I'm cleaning my room today. Okay. I was doing my self-care, cleaning my bedroom. I could have been down there cleaning my soul. But I'm glad I cleaned my room.
I'm trying not to be bitter.
Don't be bitter.
But as I ran into people at the Gym City Shine who was like, oh yeah, I was there this morning.
And they said he gave a concert too.
And they had on the shirts that said Sunday service choir.
What that was about. Yeah.
And so I was like, really, my G?
It was so many people that had Sunday service.
My coworker was there.
See?
Her and her son performed in the choir.
Beautiful.
People I grew up with. People I talk to on Facebook every day, not every day, but every day.
Every day.
That's the days in between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
I see a lot of my friends on there.
Didn't say.
I mean, to see. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about denominations.
No.
I didn't hear anything about religion. I didn't hear anything about faith-based and all this. I didn't hear anything about that. All I heard was Sunday service. I heard it was beautiful. The sound that I actually heard from some of the videos I seen on Facebook was just melodious, harmonious. It just was beautiful. And I heard that, I've overheard and heard that there was a young man who was able to shine and showcase his talents in the Gym City at the Riverscape for Kanye West and do some rapping and share some of his music with him. And I don't know how true this is, but it is being said that Kanye is going to use one of his beats. I'm not sure. I've just heard this, but I'm going to shine some light on that and pray that comes to be for this young man. And then I did see that, at least Miss Debria Rice on Facebook has shown great interest and great, support of what occurred at Sunday service and is wanting to keep that thing going.
Keep that same energy.
Wants to keep that same energy. Yes. And I love that. We got to keep that same energy going. So she's trying to, she's not trying. She's working to get some people together again to collaborate and make that happen again. And I love that.
I love that because there's a saying that the most segregated time in America is 10 a.m. Sunday morning.
Whoop. I concur.
And not necessarily segregated by race, because that's what we tend to think of when you think segregation, but segregated by race, beliefs, money, class,
And you know what I
societal
think one of the most
norms.
beautiful things about that? Because I'm a person who hadn't been to church in years.
Right.
I've heard some people say that I had church hurt. Call it what you want.
It happens.
It happens, but I for several different reasons I didn't go to church. Sometimes I felt ostracized. Sometimes I felt that I was being judged. Sometimes I felt out of place. I didn't feel welcome. For whatever reason, I wouldn't attend, and I would go to different places, and I didn't feel welcome. Recently, I've been going to this one place of fellowship, and I really enjoy being in that space. However, I would have enjoyed, I'm sure, being in that space where they were all there. Here's the kicker: on one accord.
And
on one accord.
can we just big it up for the fact that with all of these people from these various denominations on one accord, but all of them singing Jesus Walks live and in person as Kanye is rapping.
Yes.
That right there for me, when I saw that part of the video on Facebook, I was like,
now here's the
that
thing
was all
that
I needed.
I had some people saying, well, so who does he think he is, Jesus now? Sue me. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it proud. He can think he is whoever he thinks he is. They was calling him Young Yeezus because he's saying Jesus walks with me. I mean,
but
come on.
Aren't we all gods?
Come on. And aren't we all a representation or reflection of Jesus?
I mean, my son's middle name is him Shadow.
Okay.
So when you put his whole name together, his first name means thank you. So his whole name means thank you, God, for a reflection of you.
Woo! Like, I never knew that.
Yeah. So when
you
he
have
tells
to say
people,
his name, so we have to.
it
say
is Asante.
If you're comfortable with that.
Asante him Shadow Webb, and it means thank you, God, for a reflection of you. And some of my friends when he was younger used to crack me up because they'd be like,
I thought him Shadow was a stage name.
No, that's his real name. It's on his birth certificate and everything. So some of my friends when he was younger used to say, your name sounds like a warrior. So they started calling him the Warrior King or like Young Warrior. And he's like, I'm just him Shadow. Or he's like, I'm just Bear.
I really do believe that each and every one of us are God. I do believe that we are that reflection of the Most High God. And as far as Jesus, I think Jesus is the one that goes out and does the work. It's the one that goes out and does the work. The Most High sends us on a mission, and we in the flesh can be reflective of that Jesus when we get out here and do the work, share the message, spread the word, spread the love, give away the free hugs. What about the free hugs?
The free hugs. So my husband has a friend who he ran into and one of his moments of walking around, and my husband has our daughter with him, and so he runs into these friends and he gives the husband a hug and the wife a hug, and they look at my daughter and go, your dad gives the best hugs. Like when your dad hugs me, I feel like I've just been hugged by the God himself. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, I can agree with that. So of course my daughter, being the typical teenager, is like, that's just my dad. He's this regular guy.
But hugs are gross.
Right. Hugs are gross. Why do you want to touch him? He sweats. But I mean, and they were right. And there was a gentleman walking around that had on the actual shirt that said free hugs. My daughter gave him a hug.
I was happy to hug him.
He hugged my daughter back. One of the, I don't want to say victim, one of the people, Logan, who was whose life was taken. His light was put out. His father was there that had a shirt on that said #LoganHugs. And he even posted on Facebook afterwards the number of hugs that he gave out and that he received. He said, I got so many hugs that I felt like I probably could never have another hug in life and be okay. Wow. And I was like, that's amazing.
It's something powerful felt in a hug. I know, since we were on the subject of church, I used to joke with people a lot. Like, don't give me that church hug. Don't give me no half hug. If you gonna hug me, I want all the energy. I want to feel it.
I want the love. Don't touch me. I want the love.
My oldest son and my third son, those two, if they hug you, you're gonna remember it. I mean, they going out there like, hey, dude, wait. We need air here too. So they're really gonna hug you and love you.
Yeah, don't hug me with stuff in your hands. And it's a sideways hug. No, if you're not gonna hug me like you mean it, then don't hug me. don't halfway do it. There ain't no such thing as halfway.
So I love the hugs. I love the free hugs. First time I seen free hugs was during the tornado.
Yes.
I was helping out in Beaver Creek, and there were a row of people lined up on the street accepting clothing donations and giving clothing donations out and water. And they had a big sign, free hugs. I was like, what? What is this free hugs? I'm here for this. And
I'm all for it.
Like, let's hug it out. Let's
hug it out. But you know, that was the guys on Entourage. That was his saying. Like, anytime that they would have a tiff or argument amongst friends, who would be like, let's hug it out. Yeah. And they all looking at him like, man, I just cussed you out. Just hug it out.
Yes, I mean, that hugging is beautiful energy created in that space.
I mean, we got a whole statue. Hug it out, Jesus.
Hug it out, Jesus.
Hug it out, Jesus. Big butter Jesus, whatever you want to call
Jesus
him.
Works.
But
because that Jesus did pick up a few.
That's hug it out, Jesus.
From touchdown Jesus to hug it out, Jesus.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I'm hoping that we are not offending anyone. If you are light at heart or easily offended,
my bad.
That's all I got for you. It's my bad.
My bad. So
lighten up. That's what we'll say, since we're talking about the diamonds in the rough and Gem City shining and lighten up. Okay, don't be so uptight.
As we're being light, I have a confession. Very few times have I failed in my life, but apparently I have failed my son tremendously.
How?
Because he was not a fan of Stevie Wonder. And not only is he not a fan of his music, I can't believe I'm about to say this on TV.
I'm an epic failure.
He said Ray Charles is better.
Okay.
And it was in that moment that I realized that for the last 19 years, I have critically done something wrong.
No, you
And so I feel like I need to do like some Hail Marys to the R&B soul gods and apologize.
You need to repent.
Because I have failed tremendously in my efforts.
I don't think you failed tremendously, because I'd be surprised if my youngest son knew. Sue me who Stevie Wonder is. So you haven't failed. Our kids are really just not in tune with that right now.
But he was a fan of Chance the Rapper. He did enjoy his set.
And they do know about this Lizzo person, and they did know a lot of those songs they were singing. I was like, who is this? During the break, who is this person? And people were just going. I was like, okay, I've heard this before.
Right.
Don't know who it is.
I had to lean over and ask my daughter, now, who is that?
Right. They know. They know.
So old.
So we don't have to feel old.
And she knew all the words to what we would call like the whack songs. I'm like, why do you know the words to all the whack songs? Like, where did I go wrong?
I mean, but it's still a beautiful thing. And that's another thing that was beautiful. The diversity.
Yes.
All of the diversity, and from how we looked, how we dressed, what nationalities we are, what music we listen to. But even with all of the diversity, we all had the same common goal in mind. Let's love, let's smile, let's enjoy this light, and let's give thanks that we are here today, and just give some love to each other, especially for those who could not be here to do that and experience that. And it was very, very beautiful, especially for Dave Chappelle to come down and share his birthday. So again, that was even symbolic of new life and life again. Now, about Stevie Wonder, he had made a comment where he had said something to the effect of his heart being hurt by a brother taking his own sister's life.
Yes.
And then to the point where he said, love. We needed more love. We needed more love. And he thought it amazing that with so many people who are said to have 20/20 vision are blind to the fact that love is all that we need. And then he led with the song, Love's in Need of Love Today. So we just needed love and more and love. And we really got that. We really got that Sunday. It was so much love throughout that entire day. And when Tiana Taylor got up there,
oh my gosh,
and showed the images with the stories, little write-ups of their background and the stories of those that left this space on that day, it was just so beautiful. And the fact that she turned it around, She took that darkness and brought in so much light and finished up with the song, You Are Going to Love Me. I don't know the exact title of the song, but she said, and then when she cried and her daughter was singing with her,
Yes.
I mean, it was so, the contrast was just so beautiful. And then you immediately shifted from, to, we're going to remember you forever. We're going to remember you forever in light with love. And this is going to be how we remember you from this moment on for each of those people. So that was also beautiful. Back to Stevie Wonder.
I mean, no, that was great. And I thought, when during Tiana Taylor's set, when she did the news story, I looked at my husband, I was like, I'm not ready for this part. I knew it was coming. I knew somebody was gonna,
I was so grateful for that moment. But got us back on track.
At the moment, I was like, I'm not ready. But the way that she did it, it wasn't like cry, be sad. Mm-hmm. It was like be happy and let's honor these people, because I don't know who put together her video. Mm-hmm. But she had more than just the pictures that were on
she had
the news.
National news clips.
She had actual pictures like their family maybe have submitted pictures, because they have those pictures that they keep showing on TV, the same ones that they probably got off their public Facebook pages. But she had actual like home family pictures. So these people don't just become victims of the shooting. They showed them in light. She showed them being people, so they're not just, these are the people that got killed, and this is why we're here. It was so beautiful that they were shown as in their human light. Yes, because we were actually able to, after that entire set was over, and after Chance the Rapper came out and did his set, and as each person came out, we were actually able to look at these people and remember them now in their angelic light. Yes, in their everlasting light, in their eternal light, in their most beautiful light, in the light of the Most High God. Absolutely. Right? And I am so grateful. I think it humanized them as opposed to making them victims. Mm-hmm. It reminded us that yes, these celebrities are great. It's wonderful that they're here, but remember why this even had to take place, because obviously there were some pieces in our city and some spots where there was no light. So light had to come. Right. And who would have ever thought that healing could occur in that moment? Because I didn't even know I had sore spots. Right. Until I was watching. When I watched that video, I was like, okay. I was like, wait, I wasn't ready. Yeah. I wasn't ready. Yeah. So, I'm just really thankful for the entire evening. And to go a step further, I had some people saying like, oh, well, why did some people get tickets? Some people didn't get tickets. Hey, listen, if you really wanted to be there, you could be there. I'm telling you, they said it was supposed to be 20,000 people. It was 120,000 people. Right. I've read that it's only 100,000 people didn't listen. In the city. Right. If you didn't come, you just did not want to be there. Right. Because there was no reason why you could not be there. There were so many people there who went down as early as 10 in the morning. I mean, and if you was not there, I'm telling you, you missed an amazingly beautiful space of togetherness and community. I mean, I have never experienced such a thing. And then if you could have just heard if you were close to downtown Dayton, because the sound was amazing. Yes. You would have thought you was inside somewhere. It was so amazing. But if you could have heard some of the affirmations that were being thrown out, I mean, each person that touched the stage was affirming something positive into your life. By the time you left that evening and walked back through the Oregon district, you should have felt like you were one of the best in this city, and that you were in the best city in all of the nation. And that by the next time you turned to CNN, you would have truly believed what Dave Chappelle said on that program. And what was the quote, Lady Bounce, that you said Dave Chappelle had said? Said the city is resilient. Our city is resilient. We changed the world once and we'll do it again. See. I was like, wait a minute. Come through. And you had to leave with that feeling. You had to leave with that energy and that feeling you. I mean, really. Because I'm a goofball, I had to throw these jokes out there. So one of the things Dave Chappelle said that had me dying where I stood was he made a joke about the Wright brothers. And he said, if you don't feel like you came from the greatest city, he said, you had two dudes take a bike and learn how to fly.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, because we live here and we've grown up with the story of the Wright brothers and we know it by heart, we could tell it ourselves. But to have him say it like in that light and kind of make a joke about it, like, how could you
to hear
not
him talk about where funk came from?
Right. Like, how could you not feel like you were in the city of greatness? Like, the great things that came out of here. And Paul Laurence Dunbar, of course, doesn't get the shine that he deserves.
He will be getting the shine that he deserves on September the 15th.
Well, no, not for his poetry. He gets the shine for his poetry, but he doesn't get the shine and the recognition for actually sitting down with the Wright brothers and helping them with their designs.
And also for making sure that we knew about their designs and what they were doing by writing in the day and creating and writing in the Dayton Tatler. Do not sleep on Paul Laurence Dunbar. All right. Shout out Paul Laurence Dunbar. I'm grateful to live in the shadows of his light.
And to further elaborate on being the biggest goofball, there were several people, not of our culture, who did not realize that there are two different versions of Happy Birthday.
I was so happy when he said that.
And thank you, Dave Chappelle.
Jon Stewart said he only knew the white version.
For letting people know that because there was a moment where our mayor says, let's all sing happy birthday to Dave Chappelle. And you could distinctly hear the two different versions being sang.
Okay.
And then he made a joke about it and said, there's two different versions. And if you don't know, he said, there's a white version.
And he even gave the history lesson on how the black version came to be.
And he said, there is a black version. And he said, I heard them both. It was hilarious. Right. Now, he was also here, Dave was. He was here all weekend, but he was at Miami University. And there's a video on Facebook of him at Miami University in the Black Student Union with DJ Trauma, Farnsworth Bentley, and Kanye West.
Shout out Farnsworth Bentley.
Yes. And the students are singing happy birthday to him, but they're singing the black version. And it was the greatest thing ever. So for him to incorporate that into his set and make a joke out of it, like there are two distinct versions.
He was very true to who he was.
Yes.
Which was another thing that we can learn. I really felt really good seeing him be true and be authentic. Gave me more courage to be myself. He was very true to who he was.
Did you see him smoking? I was like, I said, he's so regular. Like,
excuse me, Dave Chappelle, I love you. Please slow down on the cigarettes, man. Slow down on the cigarettes.
But I was like, when I saw the pictures,
I recently quit. So
we ended up being a little further back by the time, the show really got underway because there was just so many people we needed to breathe. So we moved further to the back.
Last night, that night I was really being taken aback. I recently quit, smoking. And so when I was smelling, I'm talking about, it was literally flipping my stomach. I was feeling nauseated.
Like, oh no.
Like this is not, I was like this. So.
Oh. So when I saw the pictures afterwards and I saw, he had changed clothes a couple of times and he has a cigarette every time. And I was like, he's so regular. Like,
very.
Like how many celebrities do you know would go somewhere and not smoke because, I gotta be this person. He was like, right. I'm at home.
And he gave Dayton some love. He said, thank you for letting him be himself and walk around and live his life without harassing him and wanting pictures and autographs and all these other things.
And he does get to just be regular. Like,
excuse me.
And
so that was beautiful.
And I don't know about you, but as somebody who works in a school, when the mayor declared Dave Chappelle Day and he said, keep your kids home from school, I was like, wait, does that mean I get a day off? Look here, Dave Chappelle Day.
I was like, I love that Dave Chappelle Day. And I really love the next day. It said Gym City Shine. And it also said, thank you, Dave Chappelle. I really felt good about seeing that. I felt good.
And do you know that design that they used for the backdrop and that was on the t-shirts, the yellow one? His son drew that.
Well, yeah, he had t-shirts at the Black Party also with the similar kind of drawings on there.
I'm like, I didn't know his son was that talented.
And the gym that was on there reminded me of our Gym City Market gym that's on there. So I kind of thought it was beautiful the way it all tied together.
I thought so too.
Look, we can't say MAGA, that's not nice, but make Dayton great again. Thanks, Dave Chappelle, for making Dayton great again. Let's see. We're going to move forward to our self-care and our mindfulness minute. And of course, our brain science. Hope that you are able to recognize some of the light that has been shed upon our beautiful city over the last weekend. And that you find a way to keep that, Gem City light in you shining. Our self-care moment for the week, our self-care assignment for the week is appreciate your surroundings. So I know I appreciate the Oregon District so much more now. Even if you don't live in a cultural mecca, you can still appreciate all that your area has to offer. As you go through your ordinary day, stop occasionally and be mindful of what your community offers. Maybe it's a beautiful vista or friendly neighbors. Maybe it's a thriving writers community. Say a few words of gratitude and think about ways to join in and support your community to really get, which could be a company,
Hey.
to really get a sense of what your town offers. Be a tourist for a day or a weekend. Plan your trip just like you would a visit to any community you don't know well. Visit the website for your city or your state with the attitude of a tourist, looking for music, festivals, art exhibits, and other cultural events. Or you can ask friends and locals what they recommend you see and do. You might be surprised to find all that your community offers that you never even knew about. So just like you said, I didn't even know Dave Chappelle was coming. Get your butt up, look around and see what's going on in your city. In my project.
Pop up, guess who? My community.
Pop up. Appreciate your surroundings. And our mindfulness minute for the week is let go and let God or Goddess. Witnessing the destruction of confusion, the gods experience extreme joy. See how many contemplations, prejudices, and attitudes from which we have been freed. Having given up all the difficulties, all the thoughts, the very ego itself, to Kali, the mind experiences the utmost peace and delight. Swami Saraswati. Living in the 21st century can be very scary. Our societies undergo continual shocks from environmental degradation and economic uncertainty. Our personal lives are often filled with conflict. The technologies meant to give us amusement cause a meaningless ennui. We are left adrift. Fortunately, we have a sacred thread running through our lives, a thread of scripture and story, chanting and song, meditation and mindfulness. We do not have to face the daunting future alone in this age of darkness, for the Divine Mother swallows all of our doubt and confusion, all of our need and longing. Say a few hundred repetitions of your favorite mantra to the Divine Mother. See how the sound reverberates through your mind and how it fills your chest cavity. Picture all of the thoughts being reduced to ashes by the Divine Mother. See how she clears the battlefield and leaves only peace in her wake. Give up all thought to her and surrender to her mighty weapons. She will see you through the storms of life and set your feet on solid ground. And as Stevie said, you keep doing that until you reach the highest ground. So now we are going to move over to our brain science.
All right. So this week's brain science comes from us being uplifted and being on high from those hugs. It's about hugging. Hugging is the most beautiful form of communication that allows the other person to know beyond a doubt that they matter. Hugging is a potent way to express love, fear, admiration, sadness, joy, and happiness. And it is a way to deeply connect to another human being and show compassion, care, and comfort. Hugs are vital to our health and well-being, and even scientists have confirmed. So here is why you should give and receive as many hugs as possible. First, hugs strengthen the immune system. As the gentle pressure on the sternum and the emotional charge activates the solar plexus chakra, which in turn stimulates the thymus gland and thus regulates and balances the body's production of white blood cells. Hugging helps when someone is grieving, as it can provide true solace, soothe pain, and calms the soul by giving strength to go on and escape the emotional torture. Hugging lowers stress by reducing your cortisol levels. A 2013 study has shown that participants who had a 15-minute conversation with their remote partner through a life-size huggable humanoid device had drastically lower stress levels than others who had conversed through mobile phones. Hugs can calm and improve your mood and provide warmth and closeness. Hugging relaxes the muscles and reduces the tension in the body, alleviating pain, soothing aches by boosting circulation into your soft tissue. Hugging lowers your risk of illness as it reduces stress and prevents its negative effects. A 2014 study, which involved 404 adult participants, found that hugs and social interaction lower stress and prevent illness by supporting your immune system. Hugging also reduces fear and anxiety. And another study published in 2013 by the Association for Psychological Science showed that touch alleviates fear in people with low self-esteem. Hugging improves your mood, increases the levels of oxytocin, the love hormone, or the bonding hormone, and leads to happiness and euphoria.
So you get high off of hugging. All right.
Hugs balance out the nervous system, and the galvanic skin response of someone receiving and giving a hug shows a change in skin conductance. The moisture and electricity in the skin indicate a more balanced state in the nervous system, parasympathetic. Therefore, start enjoying hugs even more than before, as they are the warmest and simplest way to feel happiness, enjoy health, connect with people, and express your true emotions. Because you can't fake a hug.
Hug it out.
Hug it out.
Hug it out.
Give your hugs genuinely. Give your love genuinely.
I'm telling you.
Shine your light.
Genuinely. Yes, shine that light
Shine
genuinely.
your light. Shine bright like a
no
diamond.
matter what they call you or whatever it is, be the best you that you can be. We are so glad that you tuned in and stuck around to fly with us this week.
And my Beyonce voice, shining. Okay, now.
So we have definitely went through and discovered our diamond in the rough to also find and uncover more love and more light. So Gem City, keep shining. I am not Lady Bounce. I am A Slate.
And I'm Lady Bounce. You can find us on SoundCloud,
Instagram,
YouTube,
Twitter,
and Facebook.
That's right.
And as always, you can email us at flywithusla@gmail.com. And we got to give a shout out real quick. Shout out to Fantasia Loninger for winning our self-care contest.
Woo woo, shout out.
And she hit me up and sent me a private message and said that she loved her self-care gift, which was some coloring books. There was bath salts in there. There was a candle in there. There was a book about mindfulness and practicing self-care in low-cost ways. So shout out to Fantasia. Take care of yourself. Who also takes care of our youth. So she got to take care of herself because we know that's
Thank
a
you
daunting
for sharing
task.
that light. And we also always have to be mindful of the fact that self-care is the best care, especially when you extend it to someone else. Woo whoop. Again,
Touchdown.
I am A Slate.
And I'm Lady Bounce.
Also known as Touchdown Jesus. And we out.
Peace.